This is how full they are.
Are you guys full?
I totally forgot.
Mom is full of. Oops, that's just half my head. All right, there we go.
Look, I'm not even waking up for
Let me
carrots.
see. Charlotte, are you that tired?
They had a lot of snacks today. Look at that. They're
Oh
so full.
my goodness.
I think their tummies might be.
What has happened?
I think we should probably
Pompey?
Go easy.
All right.
So we had our annual Thanksgiving event today, and everyone got so many snacks that they're not even really waking up. Millie's not even waking up. She knows.
Oh dear.
There is no way Millie doesn't.
All right. Apparently.
These are kind of slimy anyway.
They always are. Like they put like a the pumpy face. But so to start everything off, we wanted to remind everybody, get the 2026 Life with Pigs calendar. If you join us every day, you probably hear this a lot, but and then the second thing is, what's going on?
These cute faces. Come over here and get these cute faces.
Sorry. Totally messed up Instagram again. But yes, get our 2026 Life with Pigs calendar. Because it is a day calendar and it is delightful. Ooh, nailed it. It's awesome. It is the coolest calendar. As soon as we have a copy in our hands, which should be soon, we're going to show you, and you are going to have FOMO, which I didn't know what it meant, and I kept having to ask my daughter when we go to the movie, because I kept saying FOMO, and I did not know.
Also, calendars are on sale for $24.99 right now, and normally they're $29.99. So that is an excellent reason
Nice.
to get it.
Nice. Cool. That's good salesmanship there. Tanya says we have the same floor as her. Hopefully you had someone better than me install it. Again, let me just translate. Charlotte said, "Excuse me, Millie, may I please have this spot?" And Millie said, "Yes, I would love for you to do that."
So polite.
They are. They're so polite. Nope. She said, "Remember, I'd like this spot." And she said, "Oh, you're welcome. You can take it." That's what you heard, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I heard.
So.
How about the other news?
The second thing is, please donate to our kindness is the Baseline fundraiser, which we would like to end strong as we go into Thanksgiving week. Like one of the things that we do here at Life with Pigs is obviously give animals forever homes that would otherwise end up in very bad situations or worse than a bad situation. Then did Mom she pulled the plug on your guys's. All right, Mom's pulling the plug. Millie. Sorry, let me translate. Millie said, "Hey, Mom, sorry about getting in your face." And Pumpkin said, "Don't worry about it." There's a lot of intensity in this room.
A lot of feelings. We had so many snacks today.
Yeah.
They had so many treats. Everyone came and fed them.
Pumpy, I'm just gonna love you up here on the couch. Eat up your mama.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, come here, sweet girl.
Yes, it is very common for pigs to assert themselves. They have sort of like a rougher way of communicating that they can be grouching at each other one minute and then totally fine and cuddling the next. So it's definitely like less intense than it sounds, although it is very intense.
Why do you want to get down already? You're going to get down on your knees? That's very cute.
They do like acorns.
Oh!
Oh!
All right.
Oh no, you okay? Pumpkin's got such short legs. Daddy should have made sure you got down okay.
You guys really made the floor dirty today.
Yeah, they did.
The reason our floor is coming apart is 1, pigs, 2, I installed it. So. But I can take that back. I was just going to let Pumpkin up here to lay down because she seemed like she wanted some love. But...
Millie's just gone back to sleep. She's so tired. They're all tuckered out.
Do you want to come on the couch?
No, they're all tuckered out. They're tired. They had a really big day. It's okay, Fiona. As soon as...
take your the phone, you can be back on here.
I don't know that I was doing anything interesting. But now Fiona's barking and stuff, so...
You can let the door, open the door. Nobody has the intensity one might expect of Carrot. Yeah, it's been a long day, a lot of sun, but we had our vegan Thanksgiving, or Thanksgiving. Um,
Coming. And what else?
and then you wanna do the
No, you.
oh, come over here.
No, you.
So we are excited to share with everyone that there's a documentary that you can now watch on Gaia, Gaia, the streaming service. So you can go there and you can watch. It's called Finding Happy, and the sort of the storyline of the documentary is a woman
We
found.
are in this documentary. is
We
what
are
it's
in
trying to
it.
say.
Yeah. Well, I was
Gaia also has a free week. Sorry, I'm just gonna get the important details. out
important
so we can talk
details.
about it.
Yeah.
Gaia has a free week trial, so it's a streaming service.
Oh.
So you can give it a try. Watch
Yeah.
Finding Happy.
And we just
We are-
watched it. It's like very,
Really cute.
yeah, like really cute, really inspiring,
Yeah.
just like
You want to
happy.
feel good, kind of like
Yeah.
uplifting.
But yeah, so it's about just the way animals connect with people, especially animals you don't expect. Like most people are used to, having dogs in their life, but don't necessarily think of chickens or birds or elephants or cows as really having that deep connection. And so our part in it was that they came to interview us about Jenna and I's like bond. So
And they got to participate in a carrot drive.
they did, and there's scenes from the carrot drive-through
Yes.
in the documentary. So the carrot drive-through is officially documented, one might say. So definitely check out Finding Happy. You can get a free week on Gaia right now, and check it out.
Free trial week.
Free trial week.
Just remember to cancel if you don't want to keep it. Set an alarm.
Yeah.
Because if you think, oh, I'll cancel it. I'll
Mallory
you
just
won't. You
assumes
won't.
I'll remember.
You do. You're good at you. One thing you actually like write down. Hi, honey.
Hey,
Oh,
Christina.
Fiona was
I
in the
feel like we just saw you. Yes,
Pumpkin was in the documentary.
it's true.
Maisie. Who else? Quincy,
You.
Me. A lot of you. Quincy was there. I think that.
It really featured the stars of the sanctuary, really focused on, the real bread and butter of the sanctuary. But
Were you sassy at that time? I feel like
probably.
we did, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I don't know how we got her to be quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, why is she limping again?
You okay, Yona?
But yeah, so it's really cute. So you should definitely check it out. There's really cool stories. I mean, obviously, Jenna's story is, we might be a little biased. But we think
Maybe
it's the best.
the coolest story, one might say.
But there's
But,
an elephant.
yeah.
There's a goose. There's a chicken. There's some dogs that have only 2 legs.
You gotta go outside. Everybody's like, always gotta go outside during live stream. Yeah, I mean, there is a goose, and I will forgive them for that.
I think Miles needs a documentary next.
Yeah.
Look how tired these guys are. Like, they never settle this quickly after treats.
Yeah,
Like,
and
Pumpkin's just in the land seal position where she's
yeah,
just like.
I was gonna say Christina joined, and I was gonna say, Christina, you have never seen the pigs so uninterested in food. Like, we had carrots, and they didn't even get up. Like, they barely showed interest. I think they were like usually they'll get annoyed over who's getting the carrots. And I think this time they were just annoyed that they had to move.
Yeah.
There was like a little bit of, oh dear, I just gotta lay back down fighting.
This pumpkin looks so like you gotta see the position that she's laying in. I think you have to come from this way, like come from this angle, just to see how like when she has her little foot back, it's just really cute. I don't know. It kind of looks like a baby elephant sometimes when she does that. Like if she had it like a long trunk.
Yeah. Yeah, if anyone wants to see the contraption, here's a shadow of what. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. I was going to show the 4 camera contraption that we use to go live on the wall there. It's intense to try to get everyone in. Yeah, their bellies are definitely full. Like they had, I mean, like that was.
There was a lot of snacks happening.
It was
were
just
very
a
pleased.
complete lack of interest in anything we might have brought
They
in.
still woke up and ate carrots though. Like they
Yeah.
were not gonna miss the opportunity. They just weren't like enthusiastic about it like they normally are. So.
Yeah. Oh, careful, buddy.
Hi. Get him. Get that brother.
Although I
And
think,
I got lots of pumpkin, lots of
Yeah.
carrots. So she was feeling very satisfied overall. But yeah, so a lot of good stuff going on as we get to the end of the year. Super excited about the documentary. Super excited that we got to be included in that. There's also a mention of Gerard Butler at the end and a picture of him, so we feel like Gerard Butler knows who we are, which is like pretty exciting. You know? I feel like that's just like another level of fame. I remember Gerard Butler from the Phantom of the Opera days. Big fan of his Phantom of the Opera portrayal. So I feel like I'm just name dropping at this point. You know, like it's like
it's
oh
true.
look at all the famous people that we know. Like I don't know Gerard Butler personally. Just want to say that. But hey, you never know. Hey. I haven't heard anything about him being vegan. I wonder.
Gerard Butler, I don't know.
Because this was I mean, I know Maria is vegan, who's the director.
Yeah.
And they definitely showed a lot of your like activism, you know.
Yeah, they
style,
really
your
did
shirts.
include a lot of like, you know,
They had
my
like a direct shot of like the back of your shirt saying it's not okay to eat animals, and then you like protesting.
yeah.
And yeah, so they definitely were. I think you know they didn't come out and say it, but kind of giving the message of like, hey, there's no difference between dogs and cats and these other animals, and here's like the relationships, you know, that you can have with them. But we haven't talked about this yet, but it was really, really hard watching this documentary right now because, as I think most of you know, we lost Arthur a few weeks ago, I think, 2.5 weeks ago maybe, and Arthur is our little starling who we rescued as a very, very like hairless baby who could like barely open his eyes. And the main story of the documentary was
Hang on real quick. Night, Christina, and then someone asked, so Fiona is the limpy one here, and then this is Odin. So.
Yeah. But yeah, so Arthur died a couple of weeks ago, and the main story is about she finds this baby bird that has a deformed beak like in the road and looks just like Arthur did when we were feeding him, you know, every 20-30 minutes all the time. We just got the little dropper, and then there were differences, but there were a lot of similarities in terms of like he comes over and lands on her and like talks at her. He doesn't like say words like Arthur did, but like lands on her head, and they have all these like things that they do. And there was a big part of me that like felt jealous, I think, watching it. Like, he gets to have all this time, you know, all these years together, and yeah, so that was hard. But it was cute, and it, like, also, like, helped me think of, like, all the fun things that we had with Arthur. So yeah, so it was a really cool, like, documentary. It's a cool story. Happy the Sparrow is, I know they have an Instagram page, too, which was before the documentary came out, so you should definitely check them out. But yeah, on Gaia, the streaming service, and you can get a free week trial. Finding Happy is the name of it, so definitely check it out. Also, I want to show the thing that you got me. Where's the gift that you got me?
I think it's on the table there, right outside the room.
So mad at me.
And yes, the pigs are potty trained. And yeah, Tanya, there's definitely some interesting comments on YouTube, like which the upside is it definitely helps boost how many people see. So we kind of, you know, I try to hide the ones that are super offensive. Let me make sure I don't have.
Oh, it's up here.
Okay. And then, yep, we love the pigs. They are potty trained. They have not had any accidents. They're just very well behaved. Hey, Judy.
Oh, it's so snuggly. Pumpkin silly and silly. Okay,
Hello,
so
Ginger.
Ryan got me this present, and I love it so, so, so much. You have to see it in the right light though, so I don't know if it's possible to.
Let's see. If you want to hold it above here, we might be able to pull it off and just do one at a time.
Yeah.
Oops. I'll do one at a time.
It's
So
like a
you can
really
see
good angle
Arthur there.
This is a picture of Arthur.
It's kind of out of focus, but so Arthur is in the heart there. That is our.
It looks so good. Like when you get it like the right, like you can kind of see it otherwise, but when you get it at like just the right angle, like you can see him so well, and it's so cool. So we're trying to figure out. I think we might hang it in the window where like his favorite perch was, where he used to sit and like look out the window and like talk out the window. So it's like the same expression he had when he would just sit on his perch and like listen to us. So we can put it up there and think of him being in that spot. So I really love this present, by the way.
I am glad. Carmen, yes, they have we have a lot of animals outside, and then the pigs go out during the day, so we have like a wide open, large area, and like there's separate areas. There's like a wooded area in the back, so.
Can you even see the pig's faces?
Well, they're all facing away from me, but I know you like pretty much have to stand and be on call as a cameraman. No lazy cameraman here.
I called you out gently. I was trying to.
I do it to you too. Someone says to take the pigs to a mosque. Not even sure what that means, but thank you for the
You're a
suggestion.
little tired for any road trip.
Oh,
We'll
I think
ask you
Tanya
about it.
switched from YouTube to Facebook to get away from the YouTube crowd.
That's okay. We just ignore them.
Yeah.
They're just silly. Yeah, they are tuckered out, man. I mean, like they had a really big day of eating, and yeah, it was pretty intense. Do you want to switch, babe?
No. Why am I dancing?
No. I just figured like, you
Oh,
were getting
Cynthia
a little
says your necklace is beautiful. No, I'm fine.
Okay. I mean, of YouTube, like you're complaining.
Oh, no. I just roll with the
Yeah, so they had a really big day today. They got so many treats. The turkeys got lots and lots of love, which was they were sort of the main guests of honor. I don't know if
The
you really
turkeys
know
were?
that. Yeah. The turkeys, so. Charlie came right out. Louisa was out, but then she like snuck over into the neighbor's yard. Basically this morning, when we went outside in the morning, everyone was on their worst behavior. So it was like not the greatest start to the day where we're supposed to have our friends come over and eat and celebrate the turkeys. So they were in full just like hormonal grouchiness, like everyone wants to fight with everyone, everyone's having feelings. So yeah, Louisa then went adventuring into the neighbor's yard right as people were coming. So then Charlie came out, and Charlie of course is a very people-loving turkey, so she came and cuddled with everyone and got a new sponsor today.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing.
Oh, I was gonna say, Carmen asked what they eat, so you can answer or talk about sponsorships, and then if you wanna answer that in a minute.
They have like a mini pig like pellet food that's like made for them, and then they go outside and they eat
Acorns, chicken
yeah.
food, like whatever they can
Lots
find.
and lots of things out there to eat. So, but when they come in, they get a dinner of like mini pig pellet food and like a little vitamin just to make sure that which really makes their hair very luxurious. You're just barking from your bed. What do you need, ma'am? Love you. She's just laying in her bed barking. Don't.
Sorry.
You're fired.
Get yelled at? No. I'm not allowed to show that part of the house. It is less disaster or more disastrous.
You moved everything into that room.
It's like it's getting there. It's getting there. We're on the way.
Anyway, sponsorships.
Yes.
You can sponsor any one of these animals, these lovely animals, and you can also send one as a gift. So
You can send an animal as a gift?
You can send a sponsorship.
There we go.
Um,
Boom.
Yeah, you can send us a gift sponsorship to someone. So great holiday present if you know someone who loves animals and you want to send them a gift sponsorship. That will work. Might be on the gift
Or
sponsorship.
if you know someone who is a real jerk to animals and always thinks it's funny to make fun of them, a sponsorship to them would be an amazing gift. So, What was I gonna say?
If
Oh,
you want us, if you send us a message, you want us to write something like, this pig is a lot better looking than you are, or something.
Yeah.
We will do it.
Yeah.
We will do it. Send us an
You
email.
can sponsor one of our animals' butts. We should do that.
Yes, we will let
Animal
you
butt
sponsor.
sponsorships.
They've got cute butts. So
Well, yeah.
We will definitely let
But,
you send a sponsorship of a butt.
We do have a vet. We have many vets. Some of our vets are local. Some we have to like go long distances. So it depends on how specialized it is. But we were talking about that today. Like when a lot of times people will say, oh, I have backyard chickens and I treat them so well. You would be amazed, like what's wrong with, eating eggs from them or whatever. And one of the things that I think people don't think about is every vet visit that we do for a chicken, like typically runs about $300 or more. And so there's no way it is affordable to keep chickens.
I mean, we now have an awesome vet who gives us a rescue discount.
Yeah.
So that's been really helpful.
But you don't get a rescue discount for just having chickens in your backyard.
We used to not get a rescue discount, and it was at least $300, like most times. Yeah, so that was wild. Yeah, so we have a whole team of people who.
Oh, thank you, Graham. Yeah, no, the cows love their carrot drive-through window. But yeah, so like the idea that like, someone, like there's always the, oh, I treat them well, but really what they're saying is, oh, I treat them well compared to someone who lets them just stand on the dead and puts them in a shed with no sunlight and, like basically like, oh, they have a nice yard, but if something goes wrong, they're dead or they're just like left to suffer. And so I think the idea is we treat them better than the horribleness. It's just horrible. Because, yeah, I mean, like, chickens inevitably, in fact, all birds inevitably have a lot of stuff that goes wrong, and it is never cheap. And it is certainly not cheap enough to make it affordable to do it as a way to have cheap eggs.
And a lot of the issues that come are a direct result
Yeah.
of people using them for certain things. So using them to lay eggs, they get all sorts of like issues from laying so many eggs. They're actually supposed to lay 12 eggs a year, so they're laying like 300 eggs a year, or potentially even more. That puts a huge strain on their body. They're almost certainly going to die of something reproductive related at some point. Oftentimes that's within just a few years. So, or they've been bred to be so large to be eaten, and then they just grow to full size within 6 weeks, and their legs collapse, their hearts give out. So a lot of the health issues are directly related to things that humans.
Well, I mean, I think ultimately, and I think a lot of people don't realize this, so it's not like to say that someone who knew this wouldn't make a better choice, but I think a lot of times you don't realize, okay, they grind up all the roosters for like the straight egg laying hens. Like they don't need them, don't want them.
Boys.
And then, yeah, like in addition to that, just bringing them into the world in a way, unless you're going to spend hundreds of dollars to implant them to prevent them from laying eggs, is going to be sort of torture just to bring them into the world. Hold on, Ginger said, how's Jenna? She's doing great. And yet we've been doing the singing videos every Tuesday, and hopefully we'll have a new one this week.
Been practicing.
Yeah.
So, can I say something?
Yes, go back to you now.
So something I was thinking about earlier was Tia and Quincy have their little 2 adopted babies, and they are such a family. And Tia's such a good mom, and he's such a good dad, and they take care of these babies. And I see them like teaching them and protecting them and making sure that they're like in a good position in the rest of the flock, and that none of the other birds like treat them badly, and they get like a good purge. And it's like this completely different experience than all the birds that get, bought from Tractor Supply or wherever hatcheries as chicks that don't get to grow up having like the family. Like birds are very good parents and take care of their babies, and like the babies now are like 4 months old. I mean, they're pretty big, and birds grow quickly, but
your arm's kind of blocking the
much
beauty of Charlotte.
Huh?
I said your arm's blocking
okay.
the Charlotte, the gorgeousness of Charlotte.
Why don't you switch me?
Okay, I can do that if you want. Hey, and I gotta switch. I gotta go in with the pigs. Charlotte.
Why aren't you gonna cuddle with Odin?
What'd you say?
Why aren't
Oh,
gonna
I
cuddle
thought you were
with Odin?
telling me to like come in here. I thought
Well,
you
yeah,
were-
no, you
You're
can.
saying all that
You
complaining
definitely
I was
can,
doing
yeah.
about your lighting issues. You know, the shadows cast upon the beauty that is Charlotte. What's on your eye, kiddo?
Yeah, chickens are
We
definitely
need to
can
see
be
your eyeball.
awesome to live with, and we definitely suggest rescuing. There's a lot of chickens that need homes, especially roosters. Yeah, it's always going to be better for the female's health if you. It's called I forgot how to say it, superlurin implant.
Yeah.
That prevents the egg laying and reduces all of the horrible reproductive issues that happen from essentially laying so many eggs and, destroying their bodies, slowly or sometimes quickly. So yeah, but they are awesome to live with.
Yeah, it's never ever cheap for us to go to the vet for anything. I mean, we have 27-ish animals.
It's actually just 27.
Well, but it changes, is what I meant by that. And so,
Sadly, I mean
this-
it's good when it's increasing and
yeah, this
Bad when it's
year, we probably spent over 30,000 already, and last year was about that.
yeah,
And
we
so-
thought last year was a bad year.
So it's like, on average, it's about $1,000 per animal, but that's, factoring in some are like $5,000.
Yeah, some are definitely driving most of that. So
But I mean, just to get shots, basic checkup, and anything like blood work, just to make sure, especially as they get older, it just gets really, really, expensive. And so the idea that like anyone is like, making goat milk or, just having sheep for, wool or whatever, like there's always huge costs that will go into that if they're treating them like family. But on the other hand, I wouldn't force my wife to make milk for me to make soap, so
yeah,
I wouldn't treat family that way regardless. So
yeah. Cynthia, we are in Williamsburg, Virginia.
but yeah, so today was a very, very long day.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things that like are if it's information that's known, it's not going to be very good for the industries that are selling animals. So there's a lot of information that people just don't know, and stuff that I still learn, and things that I find out that are just really, really awful.
Well, it's like when you see
hey
like,
DJ Puckett from Wyoming.
it's like when you see the packages of like the containers of milk at the store, and it's like the farmer petting the cow, and
A
it's
happy
like,
cow.
that's not remotely close to it. And like the people who would be like, oh, my grandparents still have all their cows, and it's like somehow they always forget the male cows that are killed, and
Right.
all the animals that get sick and aren't worth the medical care. It's like, yeah, if they're profitable and convenient, they keep them all, and even then they're still impregnating them and forcing them to basically be free laborers for them. Sorry, Mel,
Yeah.
you got some.
Are pigs similar to dogs as pets? In some ways, yes.
Sorry, Mel.
In a lot of ways, I feel like they're maybe more like cats. In that
That.
I know they're pretty. They're pretty like family. I mean, they really need to be with a group all the time. So they're super, super smart. I mean, dogs are smart too. They can be very loving. They can
Sorry,
be
no.
cuddly. They don't just like love you initially, kind of the way that a dog does, where they're like, "Oh, I just met you. I love you." And so, yeah, I think a lot of people think that they're gonna be just like dogs and are a little surprised that they have to like lock up their refrigerator or put baby gates all over their house or change their doorknob handle so that the pigs can't open it. But yeah, they are super loving, super I think like interactive and aware of everything that's going on, and love to be
You
scratched.
see my
And
triangle of bellies?
I know, I love the belly triangle. And they sleep in amazing like positions of cuddles every night where they have like certain formations that they favor. This one's a little bit rare. This is like a full triangle position. Um,
Belly to belly to belly.
belly to belly, and then they've got, you know, a hoof on each other. So that's pretty common, but this particular formation is usually they have a third one in with like a butt kind of in the front end facing the other way. So it's unusual to have one in sort of the bottom triangle position.
Keeping the bottom. You got no belly to your belly. You're just into the middle of bellies. Belly's got like a chip on her toenail. There you go.
So this is Millie right here. Point to Millie. This is Charlotte,
Charlotte.
and that is Pumpkin. Their cat opens cupboards. Yep, that is. I guess there are some similarities then between. I just feel like, you know, cats are a little more selective in terms of like who they're going to give affection to or when. Oh, Sadie's got a pig named Millie too.
Nice. How long have we been on, baby?
We have been on for 31 minutes.
Great. Well, it's
Yeah.
been a super, super long day, so let's remind people.
Go for it.
2026 calendars currently on sale. We don't know for how long. They could end at any minute, so you want to run and get it. Sorry, Charlotte. But go to lifewithpigs.com. You can also sponsor someone, do a gift sponsorship. If you want to sponsor a turkey for Thanksgiving, you can sponsor any of our turkeys. We've got 7, so we need lots of sponsors for them. And then you can also donate to our Kindness is the Baseline fundraiser that we're doing with Rachel Boland of Skid Row, and he has gotten his field roast, roast and random assortment of their food line sent to him to try out since we achieved our initial goal of 10,000. So now we are aiming for 20,000 to truly catch us up on a very rough year of medical bills and just increases in costs. So we definitely can use that. In addition to just the cost of the animal care, something that we're really passionate about is changing how people see these animals, trying to, change the world. Because in a sort of grander sense, the ideal thing would be to put ourselves out of a job where animals aren't put in harm's way by humans. And so, unlikely that we will achieve that in our lifetime, but that is the goal. And we get so many comments from people over the course of what we do, saying how it's changed how they see animals, or they don't want to eat animals anymore, or just the impact it's had on their family in terms of how they see animals and the choices they make. And so that's a huge part of what we're able to do because of everything that goes on here. So if you want to be a part of that, changing the world with us, we can definitely use your support and your donations. So do that, and then check out Finding Happy on Gaia, and you can see us in a documentary. So
And Jenna, of course.
And Jenna,
the queen.
most important.
With some cameos by some other animals. Oh.
There is more like photobombing than cameos.
It was pretty much they were directly filmed for it.
It was intentional.
It was very intentional. So, all right. Well, thanks everyone for hanging out with us. Sorry, the pig. Well, I mean, I guess not sorry, but the pigs are so worn out from their big day today. But I feel excited that everyone got to see the rare triangle position of cuddling. Yeah, this is a rare pose. So you got to see something unusual tonight. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.